Alright, welcome to Innermastery. So right now I want to talk about finding a balance between thinking too much and not thinking at all. So, during certain phases of your life, you're going to start questioning a lot. You're going to become curious about certain topics that may not be that beneficial to think about. So these are called imponderable topics. Some examples are, do you have free will? Is there life after death? Why does anything exist at all versus not? These are kind of the big why questions. And while they are interesting to think about, they may not actually be that beneficial for you, okay? Now, think about it this way. On one end of the spectrum, you have someone who doesn't think at all. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have someone who thinks too much. So when you enter that phase of your life where you start questioning things and these imponderable topics start becoming curious to you, you may end up in the other spectrum because you shy away from those topics. You might ignore them out of fear or just lack of comfort. Now, you might also end up on thinking too much about it spectrum because you obsess about them. You think that they hold the secrets of the universe and that you can somehow find the solution to it. But both of these are extremes that you want to try to avoid, okay? These phases of your life where the questioning becomes prominent, they are not meant for you to find a solution. And they are also not meant for you to ignore. What you want to do is engage in them. Just jump right into those topics with curiosity, but do not obsess about them, okay? Don't shy away from them, but don't obsess about them either. When you manage to engage in them with an appropriate amount of thought and energy, what you will get are some really cool things. By spending an appropriate amount of time thinking about them, you will become comfortable with the questioning. You will become comfortable with not knowing, and you'll just see reality in a much more truthful and beneficial way. Okay, this is the real purpose of these phases. They're meant to aid your consciousness development. They're meant to aid your growth. And they're not really supposed to be something that fills you with immense amounts of fear and anxiety. They're not really meant to dominate your thinking. They're meant to just help you see the world in a better way, and most importantly, become comfortable with ambiguity. So that's to summarize, there's going to be phases in your life where these questions arise. Don't be the guy who never faces them, and don't be the guy who thinks way too much about them. Just engage in them with an appropriate amount of thought, and you'll get a lot of cool things from it. All right, thank you.